Well, welcome. This is how I want you to complete the instructions for the planning slides for your media campaign. So you're going to have to create a campaign in which you encourage people to believe in God. And we want you to focus on two fundamental things. That it's the reasons why you should believe in God. So those natural reasoning, all of that stuff. And the other one is essentially that believing in God contributes to happiness. So, but before you do any of that, before you decide on what message you're going to send to people, you have to decide who is your target audience. To whom am I sending the message? And so that's what this should help you with. The very first thing you're going to do is I want you to just take a minute in these slides with you and your partner to pick an audience. The more specific the audience, the better it will be. Don't tell me that you want to do all people everywhere, or even all or anything like that. So be specific. Teenagers where? Teenagers in America. More specific than that, teenagers in America who are in Catholic schools, teenagers in America who live in the Midwest, teenagers in America who live in South Puget Sound, teenagers in America who do what? And then what are those? So, and obviously, the closer this group is to you, the easier, and your partner, the easier this will be. So then, what hopes and fears are present in your campaign? Advertising is fundamentally about two things. Either buy this, it solves your problem, or buy this and get all these opportunities. And that's what we're looking at here. So to find out what are the hopes and fears present in your audience. So take your time, come up with a reasonable audience that you can actually know something about and whose hopes and fears you can address. Then once you do that, I want you to create multiple personas in the audience. And a persona is an archetype or a caricature of somebody to whom you would be advertising. So give this person a name, write a quote about the person's perspective that illustrates their mindset, their motivation, their goals, or their attitudes about God and about religion. Next, what is their situation and context? Where are they? How many brothers and sisters do they have? Are they from a wealthy family, a single family? What do they like to do? Any sort of, like, are their parents divorced? Are their parents still together? Do they go to church regularly? Do they have a favorite Nintendo game? Or sorry, not Nintendo, PS4 game or whatever? What's their background, their context? Then, what motivates this person beyond the thing you're trying to sell them? Why do they do things? Why do they act the way they do? What makes them get out of bed in the morning? What makes them want to work hard? Whatever it is. Finally, what are their fears and frustrations? When they have a bad day, why is that? What does a bad day look like? How does this person go about accomplishing their goals? Be as specific as possible. You want to try to create a persona, because the more you know your audience, the easier it will be for you to tailor a message to them. So I want you to do this not once, but at least twice, preferably 3 times, to do 3 profiles of 3 different people in your target audience. So maybe do a male, a female, and then a third person who would be part of that group or part of some other group that you're trying to target.